Finally, after years of waiting and trying, you are finally pregnant and expecting your first child. You did everything right. You graduated college, you found the love of your life, you got married after establishing a career, and now you're having your first baby. Your income stops, and your bills keep coming in. 12 weeks later, you are forced to make the decision to return to work and leave your baby with a trustworthy caregiver so that you don't lose your job. What if we had better options? What if we could stay home longer to nurture our young with pay? I think society would profit greatly from this because I believe that implementing federally paid parental leave to working parents nationwide will help families provide for their nurturing environment that they need for their growing family. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this speech, it is my hope that you will come together as a nation to help infants and families in their earliest stages of life, because when it comes to raising children, it takes a village. And giving a little to get a lot will benefit everyone. Even if you're not a parent yet, you're working towards your family. Even if you plan to never become a parent and you're an aunt or an uncle, you're helping your nieces and nephews live a better life by spending more time with their parents and giving those parents peace of mind about their finances so that they can focus on nurturing their newborn or adopted child. As I've stated in my last speech, only 19% of working Americans have access to paid family leave. I'd like to make that number 100%. The United States ranks dead last in paid family leave. But did you know the World Health Organization recommends 16 weeks minimum for mothers to bond with their newborn child in order to prevent stress and sudden infant death syndrome, also known as SIDS? And did you also know that mothers that stayed home with their children longer have a 50% reduced risk of rehospitalization of their infant? And the mothers that were able to stay home with their children also had a reduced risk of postpartum depression. Those reasons alone are enough for me to be willing to pay less than $2 a week so that families nationwide can take a paid family leave. Not only are they protecting the health of their newborn or adopted child, but protecting their own health. Studies also show that a child that is cared for by their mother has less stress and less chance of illness and fewer behavioral problems. Babies that are breastfed 6 months or more are also less likely for infections, type 2 diabetes, asthma, obesity, and SIDS. Mothers who are able to breastfeed longer than 6 months are also less likely to be diagnosed with breast cancer, ovarian cancer, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. According to a study of mothers with 6-month-old infants using data from the National Institute of Child Health and Human Development, mothers who are working more hours experience higher levels of depressive symptoms and stress due to parenting. Having a baby or adopting a child is stressful enough without having to worry about your finances. And infants as young as days old are learning how to deal with their own stress from their parents. And if their parents are stressed, how is an infant able to learn how to cope and self-soothe? So instead of forcing parents to take an unpaid leave during one of the most important times of their lives, let's come together as a nation, bring up a better, well-rounded, healthier children and parents.